Mixed results for Australia on the 9th day of competition on Wassaw Sound down at Savannah, about 400 k's from Atlanta. But for Australia, still some good results, because in the star class, Colin Beashall and David Giles, after leading the division, they have in fact slipped out of the top spot after a 9th placing in the 9th race on the program. But great news for the Tornado class with Mitch Booth and Andrew Landenberger. They've put back-to-back wins together, and they've come storming up the ladder from 5th place going into those two races to be challenging for the medals. And there are just a couple of races remaining in the yachting program. Rob Mundell's pretty excited about the way things are progressing.
Australia goes for gold here at the Olympic Yachting Regatta in Savannah tomorrow. Colin Beashall and David Giles will be battling the Brazilians to decide who wins the ultimate Olympic prize. Incredibly, it could be the first of 2 golds to come out of this regatta for Australia. It was a Houdini trick by the Brazilian star class crew of Torben Grael and Marcelo Ferreira that pushed Beashall and Giles into second, 1 point in arrears on the points table. The Australians could only watch today on the second upwind leg, while their opponents went way out to the right-hand side of the course and made gains where everyone else had failed. They went from 16th to 6th. It's a down-to-the-wire battle tomorrow for the gold. Dave, not a bad day today, but a little bit tough for you.
Yeah, a little bit tough, but we'll come back from that. It's all on for tomorrow, so we'll just do it tomorrow, no problem.
You're seeming very relaxed, knowing that the goal's sitting there for you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not a problem. We'll get him tomorrow, for sure.
Giles is taking it all in his stride, in more ways than one. When he came ashore, he revealed a secret to their success. He and Beashall are the only crew out there sailing in bare feet, and he's sure it helps. Beashall uses his toes to steer the boat in tight situations, so both hands are free.
From Cole's point of view, it's great because it makes the bottom mark roundings really good, because he can sort of steer with his foot better than the other guys. A lot of guys have actually started putting little bridles on their tillers so they can do what he does, because his mark roundings is just better than everyone else's.
After 2 disastrous results the previous day, Tornado Cat sailors Mitch Booth and Andrew Landenberger powered back into medal contention today by mastering very light and testing conditions. They won both their races. Amazingly, they and many other competitors didn't want to have a second race because the wind was so soft. But when it was all over, the Australians were more than happy that the officials insisted they race. Good results in the remaining 3 events will almost certainly bring gold for this crew, as well as Beashall and Giles. History was made at the regatta today. 25-year-old Lai Shan Lee won the women's Mistral sailboards and delivered Hong Kong its first ever Olympic medal. She topped New Zealand's defending Olympic gold medalist, Barbara Kendall. In the one-man fin dinghy, Matus Kazniewicz scored Poland's first ever Olympic yachting medal by taking the gold. Like Lai Shan Lee, Kazniewicz is unbeatable with 1 race to sail. Australia's fin competitor Paul McKenzie has moved into a highly commended 7th overall with another 3rd placing yesterday. A 14th place yesterday all but ended the hopes of the Australian soling team of Matt Hayes, Steve Jarvin and Steve McConaughey for making the top 6 and contesting the match racing final. They were caught in unfavourable winds on the right-hand side of the course during the first upwind leg and could not recover. The vagaries of the weather wrecked the racing yet again today. The crews had to wait for 3 hours out on the water before there was enough wind to get started. This was the 5th day in 7 that the regatta had not gone according to plan, a fact which is reinforcing the long-held belief that Savannah is a beautiful city but a far from ideal place to stage an Olympic regatta.
And look how close this is in the star class with 2 races remaining. The Brazilian team ahead, but just by the bare point of the Aussies, David Giles and Colin Beashall, then Sweden, Greece and New Zealand. Big medal chance there. And in the Tornado class, those back-to-back wins for Booth and Landenberger have brought them into 2nd place overall now, behind the Spanish crew. They've got 3 races remaining in this category. Austrians running 3rd at the moment, then France and the United States. So in 2 categories at Wassaw Sound, Australia in the gold medal hunt. Whatever you do, don't go away, because we've got an enormous program ahead.